Hey, Tessa here from Green Angel, and I make these videos to hopefully make sustainable living easier and more time efficient and more budget friendly for you. So in this video I'd like to share some great tips how dish washing and cleaning dishes can be more sustainable, because actually it's quite unsustainable. It's actually also quite harmful for your health using some of the more mainstream products on the market and the more standard products when it comes to dishwashing. So let's start with dish sponges. All those amazing dish sponges, you know, the yellow ones that have kind of the rough side on the other edge that a lot of people use and are really effective for using dishes, cleaning dishes, well, they have plastic in them. And obviously most dish brushes you buy, most of the metal, the kind of the gray ones, even just the dishwashing sticks, plastic ones, all of these products, they all have plastic in them. And this is really bad because they go into the landfill at the end of the day, and that is non-reusable, and they stay there for thousands of years. So a really great way to become a little bit more zero waste is to replace your dish sponge or your dish brush. So the first thing you can do is it comes down to reduce, reuse, or rot. So what I mean with this is you can reduce the amount of dish brushes you buy by taking better care of the ones you currently have and extending their lifetime by cleaning them well, by keeping them separate. Well, I think you know how to do that. You can also reuse. So this is maybe instead of buying a new one, reuse old ones and use the ones made from cloth. The cloth towels or sponges, I think those are better, because also a lot of times they are made from recyclable materials and they can be recycled. So use the cloth ones if possible. And there are also a lot of plant-based brushes you can buy. Even wooden ones are better, or there are special plant-based dish sponges and dish brushes you can buy that are really good for washing dishes. And those you can just, once you finish using them, if you compost, you can put them in your compost and you can simply compost them and they will degrade within no time. So those are great options. But when it comes to washing dishes, you also have the dish soap, and actually the dish soap that the standard ones that you find, they are really bad because they've got really bad chemicals in them. That is not only bad for the environment because it pollutes the waterways, but it's also bad for you because the remainders of those chemicals stay on the cutlery, on the plates, and you eat them, or you like absorb them as well through that. So it makes sense that anything you wouldn't want to eat the dish soap because it's quite harmful, but you still kind of do. So it makes sense to get some more natural product to wash your dishes with. It has the chemicals in it are stuff like phosphate, sodium lauryl sulfate, diethanolamine, I can never say that right, and fragrances. So it's really good to have a more natural alternative. A great alternative is actually baking soda. And you can find baking soda in any store, and it's really good at removing dirt from plates and dishes, antibacterial, and it's also not that bad if you digest a little bit of it. And you can otherwise just buy more natural dish soaps and kind of looking for products that don't have the harmful phosphates, sodium lauryl sulfate, fragrances in them. Another thing you can do if you like is make your own dish soap if you have the time. And a great recipe to do this, I'll pop it up on the screen here, but a great recipe to do this is to get some water, to get some grated cast style soap, and some washing soda, and kind of a container to put the soap in. And for this you can think of an olive oil bottle or an old vinegar bottle or an old kind of just anything you use, like even an old soap bottle that you haven't used, anything like that you can use for this. And you kind of heat all the ingredients together in a pot, and once that's done, let it cool. It will separate at this point, and I use a funnel to separate and only get the liquid. And this is just a great natural, healthier alternative for dish soap. So another couple of 3 other tips that I want to share with you of how to become a bit more sustainable when it comes to dishes is scrape your plates clean. So try and get as much dirt out of the plate as possible, or as much food residue out of the plate, so that you waste less water and you ultimately have to clean less of the dishes. And this will also keep your dish sponges in better condition for longer, because they're not cleaning as much dirty dishes. Another really great tip is to rinse and reuse. So what I mean with this is to kind of use the same bowl and cutlery and plates throughout the day. Just rinse them real quick with warm water immediately after use, and then you'll see they'll become quite clean and you can reuse them again. And this saves water and also the amount of dishes you have in your house. And a final tip, this one might seem a bit extreme, but you can always try it out. And I still wanted to share this one with you, but you can also just cook and eat from the same pot. Now this is going to save so much on dishes, but it's also more environmentally friendly because you have less dishes. So just the pot that you cook in, and try to cook in one pot. Try to make your meals in like these one pot meals, which is also great to save on dishes. And then just put the pot on the table and eat from the pot. I mean, we do it during uni, so it might be something you can think about. Especially it's also time efficient, or I just wanted to share it with you, make it some kind of more of a tapas or something experience. I hope these tips helped you. I hope they gave you some inspiration how you can live a little more zero waste, and gave you some practical tips to do so. That's all for today. Bye bye.